One-foot-flipper.
Well, everybody, the day we've been waiting for a long time has finally arrived. No, Marky Mark has not gotten back together with the Funky Bunch, but I've finally replaced my tired old dented Toyota van with a modern vehicle with nothing wrong with it that I got a great deal on. It took 4 months for something that was just right for me to show up at the right cash price, and I got it. All right, this weekend has been a whirlwind of activity with me spending most of the weekend acquiring the the new Jeep, and doing a social thing. So it's actually Monday, and I haven't shipped my weekend orders yet. I haven't even packed them yet, and it's Monday afternoon. That is not normal for me at all. Sold some Warhammer plastic bits, 728. Well, probably close to $1,500 out of that bag now that I was considering throwing away or just having fun with. 3 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Size Wild and Free kitten sleeves, $8.99 plus shipping. Oh, I had the price of this wrong. This sold for $14.57, not $7.28. What sold for $7.28 is that little guy right there, Warhammer Space Marine 2004, $7.28. Sold rules counter. It's a bunch of stuff out of a Battle of the Bulge war game box at Avalon Hill. It's one of those ones that fits on the bookshelf. It's not everything, but it's a bunch of stuff out of the box. Sold for $10. My friend John, he was at the bins. He picked that up for me. Figured it'd be a resale for me, and probably only cost him 15 cents. I got Death Pile Monsters going out to John, Rad Relics. I'll have a link to his store in the description. And Eduardo, Superman Fly 12. I'll have a link to his store in the description. Thanks for your support, both of you. Sold pretty much the best card storage box ever made. This is like milled aluminum, magnetic compartments. I got 2 of these at the same time. The first one, it's called a Titan. The first one I got $90 for, but apparently they went back into production after that, and this one got chased all the way down to $42. I think that the MSRP on them is $50 or $55, so my used one, didn't sell until it got below that MSRP. JD Blackfoot, The Song of Crazy Horse. This is signed by JD Blackfoot. Stay happy. I had this up for $89, took an offer of $80.99, and it's sold. Have not sold this bow and arrow yet, but I'd kind of like to, since my daughter never had any interest in it. I sold this Arcade Space Invaders Deluxe black light backdrop. This would circle around the monitor, and the whole thing had a black light in it, and it involved a mirror, and it made great effects. That came out of a scrapped machine years ago. Somehow I had 2 of them though. This one sold for $71.99. I put the other one up at slightly more. Obviously hasn't sold yet. I'm surprised that one sold in only 4 days. I guess there's some demand for those. 2 packs of Ultra Pro Garuk sleeves. I have like 100 of these. $5 for the pair. Oh, Fallon Hoots Prospect League hat, $4.49. I have 7 of these left. I got about 15 of them originally at Goodwill bins. Originally they were $5. They didn't start moving until I put them down to $4.49. They only cost me about a nickel, about 10 cents each or whatever. So still a great sell. Goes right in the box. I don't lose money on the shipping, so it's easy. Air mattress electric pump, $14.49. This did take 2 years to sell, but it never actually got marked down. They just kept it the same price the whole time, and eventually somebody bought it. All right, that's all I got that I got to pack up right now. There might end up being more in this video because I've got all sorts of stuff that sold after I pulled this stuff. But this stuff I'm going to pack up for now, and I'll catch back in with you later. Well, after a lot of run around, we finally got this Jeep inspected here. First I went to the instant oil change place that website said they do inspections. I get there, oh, we don't do inspections. The only one that still does inspections is here. So I drove 15 miles to that one. Yes, that one does inspections. Despite the fact there were 5 guys working there and only 1 car in the bay, inspections are appointment only. The next appointment was available in a week and a half. So I left there and finally went back to my normal mechanic, who usually takes a couple of days to get to inspections. But luckily, him and everybody else was at lunch, and an older mechanic who usually never has the front counter was the only guy there, and he took it for immediate work. So I was out of there in less than an hour and just went to the DMV, and it is the busiest I have ever seen it. I don't know why. It's the middle of the month. It's not the end of the month. Every seat in place was taken. There were 30 people standing up. I walked in and walked right out of that. So I'm just going to have to be at least not fully legal until tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, whatever DMV situation was happening there will be worked out. I'm on my way back home here, where I hope I can at least videotape some recent sales and get them packed up and out to the post office, because my wife took a couple of days off work for her birthday, and thus I didn't pack up the orders last night because she wasn't leaving with them this morning. So now I gotta get them done and get them to the post office myself, which is a very rare thing indeed. Normally she takes everything to the post office, except if I do Saturday shipments, and even then my daughter actually takes them in and I just drive her up to the door of the post office. It's real rare for me to go inside. So this supposed sponsor offer that I just got, and so far every sponsor offer I've ever got has been bad. It's either been for an completely inappropriate product for the channel, or something's been awful. This one, interesting. It came from DaVinci Editor. It said, "Dear potential partner, our company noticed your content on your YouTube channel. We liked your professionalism and your potential, so we chose you as the promoter of our software, DaVinci Resolve 18. If you're ready to cooperate with us and work with us, reply to this email and we'll send you the terms and conditions and promotional video. Best regards, John Berenger, customer service representative, Blackmagic Design, copyright Blackmagic Design, Estonia." And I say back, sure, I'm interested to see what they have. And I'm not going to read the whole email, but they come back with an email that's immediately, at least once I get to comes up with some red flags. At first, it's like, I'll tell you a little bit about our product. It's for editing movies and videos, and they offer between $500 and $5,000 to put the trailer into my video, depending on number of subscriptions I have. But then they get more specific. Download the archive, read the contract, and here is where it immediately red flags go up all over the place. They both attach the archive to the email, and then they have links to it in Mega, Dropbox, Google Drive, and Mediafire. And they give me an email because it's password protected, so they give me a password for it. And then they give me the quick instructions. Install the archive on my Windows computer. See, gotta be a Windows computer. Otherwise, if it's not a Windows computer, they're not going to be able to take over my system and then steal my YouTube channel. Unpack it, and now it says the password for the archive is Corel. Password for the archive actually was DaVinci, but since they send out this scam a lot, I'm sure they tend to mess their details up. Watch the promo and read the contract. Now, also, if we see a positive result for you, we plan a long cooperation. If you have any questions, you can contact me in the contacts below. Now then, in the contacts below, this time, John, who's in Estonia, there's a bunch of, I believe, Chinese or Korean symbols there, right there, which doesn't make any sense, but I already knew at this point that this file was something I was going to handle extremely carefully, because I absolutely knew that it was going to be some sort of hijacking attempt. And it was. What I got was how big is this file? Got a 97 megabyte black contract and preview in RAR format. Usually, not that there's anything wrong with RAR format. RAR format is favored generally by two people: those who like free software and Linux, and hackers and crackers. When you open that, There's 2 files inside. Well, one's a folder, it says DaVinci Resolve 18, and it has a perfectly beautiful trailer that is far too inappropriately long to be at the beginning of a YouTube video. And then the other file is a contract.pdf.exec file. Now, I obviously knew not to open that, but Windows found and deleted that file before I could even, like, I did scan through the video, looked at the video. Windows found and deleted that contract file before I could even finish watching the 1-minute video. I opened it up, so I opened it up again, and Windows once again, within 1 minute, found and deleted that. I finally managed to get it to hang around long enough to upload it to a scanner, and it once again found that there was something wrong with it. I think it was the red line virus or something like that. But the idea was they were going to use that to get something onto my computer, to then get my YouTube credentials, then steal my channel, hide all my videos, and use it to put out fake live streams about Elon Musk and Bitcoin, to try to get people to send their Bitcoins to Elon Musk to double them somehow. And that is how a potential YouTube sponsor instead tried to hijack my channel. Now, if anybody wants a high mileage, I think it's got 212,000 miles, 2005 Toyota van with a big dent in it that needs that has 2 broken rear coil springs, $500 and it's yours. The thing is stone cold 100% reliable. It's probably going to need a couple of tires too, but you know, it is not pretty, but it'll get you where you're going. The coil springs themselves are actually super cheap, but I can't easily make that repair myself anymore, and I'd have to pay the outrageous shop prices for it, which, considering it's really only a 10-minute job, but it bills out at like an hour plus labor for each one. I was like, nope, I'm done with this vehicle at this point. Hey everybody, it's my wife's birthday today, but she didn't want any of you to know. Let's go over a few sales. Cheech and Chong, self-titled, $8.90. I have pizza dice. You roll the dice to determine what toppings you get on the pizza. And of course, anchovies is an option, despite the fact that basically no pizza place offers anchovies.
Yes, they do. Emos does.
That's great, honey. Emos offers anchovies. 5% of pizza places offer anchovies. These are kind of in a little box, so I'm not going to pop them out, but they're 2 Warhammer Chaos Metal Fiends, 40 bucks plus shipping. What else we got here? Got this Holly Berries Christmas Angels decoration, $6.55. I'm just going to pop this one up on screen because it's already in a box. This is a David's Cookies Trick or Treat Ghost Cat with Pumpkin Cookie Jar. My wife and daughter both wanted to keep this, but they couldn't find anything to take off the counter to make room for it. Sold these Warhammer Skaven Clan Rats plastic sprue bits, 20 bucks. Well over $1,500 on that bag of random gaming plastic. All right, we got here viewer Jonathan XD Sports bought both the Death Pile Monster and the Death Pile Item Not As Described Return Monsters. There's only one of these INAD monsters left now. I don't know if I can get any more of them. And he says, love the content, love the monsters, love your formats, 10,000 subs coming your way. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, Jonathan. I'll put a link to Jonathan's store down below. 2 Night Ranger albums for one money, $17.99. We got 7 Wishes and Dawn Patrol. Got a 1966 Cootie, $30, 23 cents. Goodwill bins pickup. Not bad at all. Another Death Pile monster goes out to Michael. He either didn't send a message or he sent it in the messaging system. Instead, if you want me to say anything on your order, please send it with the order, not in the messenger system, because I might forget later. His store is Scroom Guy. I will sure put a link to that store in the description. Sold a box of sealed box of Terminator collectible card games, $59.99. I bought a case of these at $3 per box about 5 years ago, and apparently they've gone up in value since then. I think this is my last box of these. I don't think I have any more. I do regret the 12 boxes we opened, though, because we didn't really do anything with them. I think I put together a complete set of cards, and now there's just a long box full of loose cards. Sold Madame Alexander Millennium Princess doll, $11.69. She's somewhere got like a $50 antique booth tag on her. She took over 2 years to sell for $11.69. Did you know that Paige is a character in Star Wars? Not just the 1 foot flipper, but Paige is also this young lady right here with her sister or cousin, I forget which it is, Rose. I sold them together, $8.99. I don't think Paige is that oh, sorry, this one's Paige. I don't think Paige was that popular, though. Usually whenever there'd be a character in a movie named Paige, I would start meeting a whole batch of little baby girls named Paige a few years later, and this time that has not happened. We got a Power Rangers Magic Wild Force Crystal Saber. Still makes the sounds, but it doesn't have the crystal that's supposed to get lit up. $13.49. Fox Hunter gave this to me a long time ago, but he doesn't get anything on his spreadsheet because he traded everything he had left for a nice dinner. And we got Fade to Black, PlayStation 1 complete, $11.69. All right, I think that's all the sales I've got for today. That might be all the video I have for today, so might as well say goodbye now. Hope to see all of you again soon.
I don't know what to say. I got an entire basement of Beanie Babies, and now I've got an entire storage locker full of Funko Pops, and I'm trying to talk to Paige and saying, listen, 1 foot flipper, I think I have it figured out. I'm going to cut the heads off the Beanie Babies, put them on the Funko Pops, and make bobble Funko babies. I think it'll work.